Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a ZVT for your Patreon cast of the week. Gonna be Clem versus Reynor. Here on Glittering Ashes, bottom left it is Reynor, top right it is Clem. Spinning Samwise DDA portrait as a stand-in for something that can't load in for Clem. What a handsome dude. All right, man. So, again, this is a Patreon cast of the week of Christmas for 2021. If you're watching this the week of Christmas 2021, thank you very much for supporting me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for the support. And if you're watching this in the month of January, hit that like button, hit that subscribe here on YouTube. I'm here 5 times a week with StarCraft 2 content. I eat. So a TVZ here on Glittering Ashes. That is a combination for an incredible game, especially considering it is Reynor versus Clem. These two kids know each other very, very well. Clem has leveled up his TVZ, but Reynor is basically a world champion at this point. There was not a WCS World Championship for 2020, and Katowice in February 2021 is the de facto one as far as I'm concerned, and Reynor won it. So, ka-chow. No proxies here from Clem. Just, you know, Reaper expanding. Everything is cool. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well wherever you happen to be. I'm just enjoying this kind of holiday season. We did get some snow, which kind of makes it feel festive. Those of us in the Northern Hemisphere are kind of into that sort of thing. Although Northern Hemisphere, because like Mexico's Northern Hemisphere, but they don't really get snow all that much unless they're at the higher elevations, you know? Like Spain. Spain is also Northern Hemisphere. They don't get a ton of snow. So there are a lot of places on Earth where there's that's not really a concern. But for the northern of us, snow is the thing we get during the Christmas season. Sometimes, but not all the times. Boop, boop, boop. Overlord comes in to his Overlord perching spot. Sees, all right, that is the timing. For a 1-Rax expand, that means there's a Reaper coming out, and Reaper is out, and Reaper's here doing stuff. So Reaper's name is going to be Carbot. For the crime of leaving the sinking ship that is making videos about World of Warcraft, Carbot is given a medal of the highest order. I mean, he's sent to the Reaper program. Yeah, man, look, Carbot, he likes Blizzard games. He's like a lot of us, right? I think a lot of us like more than just StarCraft. A lot of us are into things like Diablo, right? The Diablo universe, World of Warcraft, regular Warcraft, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, that kind of stuff. He's actually doing a Diablo series right now, which is a lot of fun. If you're not watching that one, Diablo 2, Carbot, little short animations that are just hilarious and very, very fun. He did Clem did the thing where you pull the Reaper off so you don't lose minerals, but I thought they patched that out. I thought they fixed that like a year ago. What are you doing, Clem? Anyway, Carbot's he's got a kill. He killed a creep tumor, so I mean that counts for something. Killing that first creep tumor is fantastic. Really, really good. I mean, slowing down the creep is like it's a snowball rolling down a hill, right? This first creep tumor gets that thing rolling, and the later it is, the smaller the snowball is going to be at a certain time. When Reynor wants it to be able to connect all of his bases, he wants to push it out as far as he can along these attack paths and give himself that additional vision, which is fantastic. Oh, right, it's little cute polar bear with his tongue sticking out. I forgot that was Clem's spinning logo. Oh, but it didn't load in over here at all. Weird. Anyway, very standard stuff here with Das Hellions. Got them Hellions up. It's a Banshee follow-up here from Clem. And are we going to go? Yeah, there's the Cloak. Okay, so we're going for 2 Banshees at least with Cloak. Usually 2 is about all you get from Terrans anymore in this matchup. Let's see if he can get some damage done with those. Man, I just actually cast in a Africa World tournament, just 2 best-of-5s, and then a best-of-7 finals with Laughing Games out on africatv.com/Laughing Games, which is awesome. The VODs of those are actually available on Laughing Games YouTube channel too, so if you want to see those, remind me. Let me know in a comment. You want to see me casting, you know, live StarCraft 2 stuff that hasn't been part of WCS or anything before, right? Or ESL, I guess, is the correct terminology at this stage. Got to keep up with the times, yeah? The times, they are changing. But yeah, let me know. And I'll put a link to Laughing Games YouTube channel, and you can check that out. There was an absolutely sick Rogue versus Classic best-of-5 that we cast, and then the best-of-7 finals was actually between Dongray Gu and Classic. Spoiler alert. And that was really good too. So just a fantastic Africa world. If you want to see me casting stuff like that, that is where you need to go. Laughing Games channel. Again, ask me about it. I'll give you a link. So I don't know where the heck these banshees are. This one wandered in, hit by a spore, didn't even actually get any kills at all. So whatevs. Banshee's not accomplishing a whole ton here. Kind of hiding in a spot that's hard to see on the minimap, right next to this dark area of that one there. But really well defended here from Reynor thus far. I mean, looking disgustingly good. He's going for the 1-1 for the Lings, Banes, and Ultralisks of the future if he's going to make any of those. Creep Tumor does not get focused down here. He doesn't want to... Man, he was there. But man, this creep is great. Cloak Banshees. Oh, but there's a spore up at the front. Oh, spore up at the front. Dude, Reynor is just rebuffing every attack that Clem is throwing his way with absolute expertise. Third base for Clem is running. Fourth base coming in here. Oh, there we go. Just pick up a Creep Tumor. Reynor's fourth hatch is here. Hellions and Reapers are like the worst things for killing buildings that Terran has. I guess Liberators are worse, but I mean, Liberators also can't part buildings at all. So does that even really count? I think they're just disqualified from the competition entirely. This is probably a scan. There you go. Good scan. Creep Tumor down, Creep Tumor down. All the tumors go down here. That's great. And this one stays alive. That's big. Keeping that one alive is big, but these queens are going to throw down some more tumors, call everything a day. This Overlord is still here, which is fantastic. He sees the number of Marines moving out, says, okay, so we're going to go for some Marine tank stuff on the follow-up. This is extremely, extremely normal stuff. And just everything very normal here from Clem as well. Going for an armory, but for further upgrades. Doesn't have any Widow Mines yet, but I wouldn't be shocked to see them in the production tab sooner rather than later. We do have a factory. So moving in. Queens can hold off this number of units, and they're doing it fairly well here. The Marines want to fight, but transfuses are good. And the Lings want to go for that wraparound, but not necessarily with the Hellions defending at the same time. Okay, all right. This is getting a little bit dicey here, but nope. Clem is forced to back out. Reynor's got enough Lings to cause problems. They've got 1-1 now before the Marines have their 1-1, so this is a tiny window where Reynor's armor and attack upgrades are going to be excellent against these Marines, but that's closing, like, now. Now. All right, so pushing in. Trying to get a Creep Tumor. Can't quite do that. Creep Tumor's still alive. 9 HP on that thing. Transfuse is using a Creep Tumor. Not a terrible idea. They got about 50 HP, so it's worth the transfuse. Hydralisk done on the way because you know what ZBT is these days at the highest level is basically Lurkers all the time. I'm not a huge fan of it, personally. I don't know that Lurkers are my favorite thing to see against Terran, and especially unsupported. They just get so incredibly wrecked by big Marine Marauder balls. Lift the door. Ah, they didn't do it. They didn't lift the door. This Ling counterattack timing is disgusting. That's a dead siege tank. 2 friendly fire splash, a big problem. Trying to kill this tank at the same time. Can't quite get that one. Marines down the right side. Take down a spore. They're going to maybe burn down this hatch. Lings rolling in. There are a good number of them, enough to force a lift off there. Attack on the left side with Hellbats. And Marines coming in. Clearance of Creep Tumors first. The response from the Queens. They need to hoof it over here if they can. Falling back. Are there any tanks to support here? Oh, wait, there's only 2 tanks. Maybe, yeah, one of those tanks was probably going to be used at the front here, but it's dead. Oh no, Marines pushing in the right side again. Banelings are here with centrifugal hooks. So there's your surround, and there's your Banelings, and that is when you get out. That is just great micro from Reynor. Are we surprised by this? No. Widow Mines are coming in, going for Drilling Claws, going for 2-2 for his Marines and his Marauders. Hydralisks on the way. It's 178 to 172 supply. These players are playing super, super well right now. Clem's 4th base is rolling. He's upgrading that one to a planetary. He's attacking for multiple positions at once, which is exactly what you want to do here against somebody of Reynor's caliber. Hydra's just kind of standing in and fighting because we don't have a Lurker Den yet. Do we not have a Lurker Den yet? I'm maybe overstepping my bounds here. Woo! Decent Baneling connection there. Man, that was huge. Marines taken down. Transfusing a couple of those Overlords, but I'm expecting Lurkers because that's what we've been seeing so much. But it could just be Hydraling Bane, which I'm actually maybe more of a fan of than the Lurkers. Lurkers are good, but I don't know. They're just too easily handled, I feel like. I mean, not that Hydras are like incredibly tanky or anything either, you know? Banshees, cloaked Banshees defending, keeping these Banshees alive is huge. Got to bring an Overseer with you if you're going to do that one. And nice positioning here from Clem. Reynor goes for the surround. Some Banelings connect on those Hellbats. Not the best use of those. Siege Tank completely done. Unloading into an absolute war zone. Just kidding. Cancel that. Pick up. Pick up. Get on out. Reynor on the counterattack. This fourth base is suddenly in an immense amount of trouble. Widowmine does connect on... Oh, that split was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. That planetary is dead. He's trying to repair it, but there are too many Banelings coming in. Actually, they decide to go after the SCVs instead of the planetary. They keep that alive. The army just responds to it too. Widowmine dropping down here. Ends up taking out a few of the drones. All right. So planetary stays alive. Losing the SCVs is less of a problem for Clem, I would say. Lings trying to fire in. Can they Marine? Oh, Widowmine's getting some decent connections there. Oh, Widowmine's also getting picked out of the ground. Reynor expanding bottom right. He kept this base alive. It's injured. And Clem just using this choke, right? This is why this debris was getting knocked down by Reynor earlier, is because of this very reason. Go! Widowmine catches a huge group of Banelings there. That's not good. That is absolutely bad. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Alright, so bottom right base is going to die to Banshees here. We're getting a Ghost Academy back home from Clem. He's got all of his Sim City looking good. There is a potential of a Nidus Worm in this location. I would say, if we're ever going to go Nidus is here, there's your Lurker Den. Okay, so Lurker Den on the way here from Reynor. He does lose that bottom right base, which is annoying, but he didn't really send anything to handle it. And landing another base here is Clem. You know, Clem looking all right. He's playing this well. Like I said, he probably plays Reynor better than any other Terran. Maybe right now he does get the hatch. Takes it right down. Beautiful stuff with the 2-2 Marines, with the stim, with the combat shield here. Hydras, no chance. Small groups of Lings, no chance anymore. Not until they get Adrenal, and not until they have 3-3, which they don't have. There's a Hive up. Don't forget about Adrenal, Reynor. Come on, man. This group is not going to do super well. Yeah, absolutely backed into a corner. Worst place to be. Target firing those Banelings, though. Very nicely done. Banelings don't get much of a connection, but Lings, Hydras are the big damage dealers there. Lings almost tanking. Did they force a cancel? Another cancel force on the space at the 6 o'clock. This is insanely good. I did forget to mention, this is a game from Pig's channel, actually. If you don't know Pig, he is an Australian StarCraft 2 caster. Very excellent at what he does. Very good player, too. He's got a Twitch stream. He has a YouTube channel. I'll link to his stuff in the description if you want to check out more StarCraft 2 content than just the 5 games a week that I give you. But yeah, Pig, hilarious dude. Really personable. Good at what he does. This is from a tournament that he personally organized. And appreciate him letting those replays come out to people who subscribe to him on Twitch. So that would be me. Clem pushing, counterattack, Lings rolling in. Oh, beautiful split. There's another Widowmine there, though. And enough of an army so these Lings back on out. They are not getting a... Okay, you know what? That's it. I'm not saying Adrenal again. If he researches it, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'll bring it up at the end of the game, and I'm not going to obsess about it, even though I should. Even though I feel like I should. Adaptive Talons coming in. Great upgrade. This creep spread just consistently getting cleared today. How many creep tumors down is that? 68 creep tumors have died. Income tab looks fairly in Reynor's favor, but creeping up a little bit. Into the Terran side of things. Ling's getting in, and no. Great. Well defended there. Clem defending exceptionally well. Oh, Planetary does end up going down because some Banelings and some Hydras showed up to finish that up. Whoa! That rewound me like a minute and a half. No, rewind. You're dumb sometimes. Why'd you do that? All right, so blah, blah, blah. Lings come in here. Ow. That ghost dies. Okay, that's pretty good. That doesn't happen. This doesn't happen until Banelings roll in and some Hydra support. Okay. So they just pop the Planetary. The SCVs casually step out of the way, then step back into action as soon as they need to, which is absolutely hilarious. That was some good play. Working on +2 missile attack for the Lurkers. Okay, very, very good. Ghosts being produced 3 at a time. Here from Reynor. Widowmines along this right side, just ready to fire on whatever. Whoever wanders over this way, like maybe a Viper would be super cool. Oh, Lurker is taking Widowmine hits. There's another one. Ow! Transfuse Lurkers. Good. Attack on the left side. There's... Oh, Queen gets murderized. But Ling's Bane's Hydras are definitely there. Working on that +3 ground carapace. Parasitic Bomb coming in. And taking down a medevac. Great split, though. Getting chased right on out. Gosh, these Widowmines are still sitting here. Dude, okay, Wandering. Jeez, Wandering Lurkers or Ghosts into this is not great. He does have Seismic Spines, so he does outrange the Ghost, but he needs to be able to see them as well, which is kind of a huge deal. This is a fantastic ZVT. Like, oh my, like, what did we expect? Like I said, Glittering Ashes, Liquid, Clem, and Reynor going at it is just... Oof. Widowmine connection, massive Lurker Spines coming in. All right, all right. Gonna clear this creep out. No? Does he not have a scan available? He is maybe saving scans for Lurkers. He is just outnumbered here, though. That's a pick up and run scenario if you can. And he is. He's gonna pick up. He's gonna get the heck on out of there. Get over this wall. That is not easily traversable by the Zerg player without going through this choke. Never good. Or coming all the way over here where there's Widowmines waiting. Yeah, Clem, he's got the map zoned out how he wants it here. He has lost the planetary. He has lost 22 SCVs. He's killed 10 drones, and he's killed 2 hatcheries and lost, like I said, that planetary earlier. Boop, boop. Coming in right side, bottom side. He's like, oh, you never took that bottom right base. Let me kill your queen. After you walk right into Widowmines. The connections are big there, though. Oh, snipes on these Lurkers, too. Parasitic Bomb tossed down. Beautiful split once again from Clem. Couple drones die, but a lot of Terran units are getting obliterated here. Banelings don't do bonus damage versus Ghosts. They're not a great use of it. This is that whole single Lurker harassment thing at these bases, which, like, I mean, I guess they figured that 1 is enough, and that maybe 2 doesn't raise the viability of the strategy by all that much, because it's always 1. Like, I always feel like 2 or 3 would be much better, but... just, you know, it's just the 1. Maybe you're not investing as much, and if it dies, it's not as big of a deal. Blah. Double Widowmine connection, good. This Lurker's got 12 kills before he gets sniped out of the ground. So there's a bit of a calm here in the Storm. Working on +3 missile attack, +3 melee attack, too. So Reynor getting the attack upgrades that he needs to succeed in this game. Ghost production all the livelong day. There's nothing the Zerg player can do that will make Ghosts non-viable. There's just not. There's nothing. Ghosts are good against everything. I guess if there was like a super mass Zergling strategy, that's all it was. Maybe Ling Bane, the end. Ghosts would find themselves a little bit less effective. Abducting the Ghosts into their doom, though. And sniping Overseers is always good, because they do like that cloak and lost a Ghost to that Lurker attack. Friendly fire. Nope, not friendly fire. Widowmine ends up getting 8 kills there. Not too shabby. Is this another Lurker attack? I think that's what that was. That would be my suggestion. Top left, poop and creep like that. Maybe some creep pooping down along this right side would be good too. Glittering Ashes is, again, good map. It reminds me of Hardwire, just with the sheer number of bases available in weird positions. Like, they're really tempting to try to expand out there, but even for a Zerg player, it is hard to get all the way from here, all the way up here if you need to. It is a big, long map that way. It's a lot of distance to cover. Widowmine just kind of wandering into range here. I mean, using snipe, sure. Using snipe on Overlords is not bad. Man, this is fantastic. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, at 18 minutes. Do you think Clem has this, or do you think Reynor has this? Widowmines! Oh, the defense is just too good here. He needs to back the heck on out. This group sniping Banelings, which is not the greatest use of the snipe ability, but I'm not going to say no to it either. Bunch of Lings coming in, trying to get that surround off, and they do, but then you just pick up and get out, and really the only anti-air here that can really deal with medevacs is a couple Hydralisks and Vipers. But man, Reynor, look at how many bases he has. It's so much red in the income advantage tab right now. Absolutely just fantastical. Woof. Good stuff there. Tacking into this. Oh, this used to be a planetary. It got killed, got replaced with an orbital. And as a result, the Lings can get in here and go after some of these SCVs in a situation they would not normally be able to, because this is not a planetary anymore. It's much easier to kill. 18, 19 SCVs, 21 SCVs dead. Coming in with the Ghost to try to deal with these Lurkers, sniping them out of the ground, taking some Lurker spines to the face, but that's okay. They do way more burst damage to these Lurkers. It's totally worth it for Ghost to take some of that damage to the face, especially if there are medevacs around. And by that I mean if there were more than 3 medevacs around, that'd be pretty good. It's 189 to 155 supply. Reynor is just looking absolutely terrifying. Ooh, some burrowed banelings might come into play here as well. Once again, this Lurker stuff. He's got 0 kills. Which is whatever. Widowmine, okay, alright. Widowmines drop in here. Get a single kill. The hatchery is going to die. Look at this positioning. Coming around from the right side. But the Ghost sees it, tells the rest of the army, and they are repositioned to deal with it there. They're going to take this hatch down. And then Lings, oh, and Banelings roll in. More SCVs dying. But as we say, the number of SCVs killed is not a good indication of who's going to win a game. It's 64 to 13 workers killed. Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? Mules are good. Clem has the ability to replace that SCV count if he needs to. It's not a huge problem. Widowmine's got a big connection there, but not as big maybe as Clem wanted it to. That was a bigger one. It's a 15 kill Widowmine right there. Ghost gets backed into a corner and murderized. Adrenal glands. There it is. Ah, Reynor. He remembered. He remembered. He's making 40 Lings and he's getting adrenal glands in celebration of that. He's like, how come my Lings aren't killing Ghosts as fast as they should at the 21-minute mark? Forgot. I really forgot about, forgot about adrenal. Oh my gosh, that hit was huge too. Widowmine, good unit. If you're not making Widowmines, Terrans in your TVZs, you're doing it wrong. This is disgustingly good. Like, this is... Hit that like button if you're enjoying this match, because it is amazing. That said, Reynor's up 197 to 126. It may be coming to a close fairly quickly. And there's your adrenal. The Lings have their upgrade. Let's go! We can kill Ghosts more quickly now. Dude, the SCVs get left behind. Medevacs pick up everybody else and they get left. Widowmine gonna connect on something. Catches a big group trying to hold the wall, but Lurkers are burrowing in. And this is where you get chased back in your natural base. You get chased back into your main. That usually signifies you are at the end of the game here. That's not happening for Clem. He's down 185 to 125 supply. Just killing what he can. 10 more SCVs have died. It's 80 to 43 workers right now. Lurker's doing some damage, but Clem is refusing to die here. He just is. Does he have Lings murdering everything at all of his bases? He's losing workers by the dozens? Yes, absolutely. But he is refusing to go home. He's refusing to be dead here. And you have to respect the hustle right now. It's got 3 kills on that Lurker. This Lurker's like, I'm just going to walk into a Widowmine and die. Not exactly ideal. Oh, these Lurkers, though. In these positions especially, man, they outrange the planetary. They can stop all mining at this too. Income tab looks like this now. That is a pretty sharp decline towards the Zerg player side of things. Just looking at the mini-map, how many bases does he have? This Lurker is just casually trying to kill this planetary. This Lurker trying to kill this planetary. Clem desperately holding on, but the longer he's holding on, the more he's not dealing damage to Reynor. And Reynor's kingdom and economy continues to grow. And now he's got this. So he's just, he's got a million cracklings with the adrenal gland upgrade. He's going to do beautiful splits against these Widowmines. Trying to draw some friendly fire there, too. He doesn't care about this one. That's a big hit. The Widowmines are trying to keep us in it for sure, says Reynor, or says Clem. But, like, I don't know. That planetary's going to die. Army value is 60 to 100. More SCVs die all over the place. The sounds of ghosts dying in the distance signify that's a GG, and Reynor's your winner in 23 minutes and 42 seconds. Absolutely disgustingly good ZVT. Reynor gets the win, but really that's just because, I mean, the defense, right? The defense early really allowed Reynor to get a huge economy up. He only lost 25 drones today. It was 10 for a large part. Right, like a big, large part of the game. He had only lost about 10 workers, and he killed 108 SCVs. 2 planetaries, 2 orbitals, a command center, and a partridge in a pear tree. 42 ghosts died too, which is big. Like, your ghosts need to stay alive in order to win these kind of games. To have 5 at the end of the game and 42 of them have gone down, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Rough stuff for sure. But look at that creep spread. Look at the number of bases. Look at the worker count. 76 to 16 is just not sustainable, even if you're Terran, if you have a ton of orbitals, which he didn't. Reynor remembered Adrenal, and guess what? Things started going better for him when he remembered an incredibly important upgrade. It's like if Terrans forgot Stim. It drives me nuts that these Zerg players do this. But 800 Zerglings died today. There were 85 at the end of the game. 40 Lurkers died. There were 3 at the end of the game. 2 hatcheries did go down, and I think 1 got canceled too, so we'll call that a 2.5. But Reynor comes out on top. It was a bloody back and forth, to be sure. But at the end of the day, there was just too much. Too much. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Very, very good stuff. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you enjoy what you've heard and seen. Wow, that was, I got tripped up there, huh? All right, so again, happy holidays if you're seeing this in December, or happy 2022 if you're seeing it 2022. And thank you for watching, and until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.